All right, my man. What up, what up, what up? Y'all know who we on. What we got? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Messing around with these tire indicators again. The infiltration system. Infiltration system. One day I'm gonna get that special tool to take these off. It's like a special little wrench that goes on here. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What everybody on today? Gotta check these tire pressures. I told you guys before, this is how you check the tire pressure. That's how you check the tire pressure, gang. What up, what up? We are doing an inspection. I know what time it is. This is our right side first axle. Inner 70. And what else? 90. So we gotta add air. Let me go get a air chuck. Which I already got the air chuck. Let me go get me a. What we got? Let me see who we got in the building. Hey man, shout out to Crazy Fist. What up, gang? What up, what up, what up, what up? Let me go get let me tilt y'all down. Let me go get a airline. Show you guys how to put air in your tires when you got this filtration system right here. You see it? That's why we survived the game. Okay. Who we got? Let me see who we got. Who we got? 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 We'll show y'all how to add air to this air filtration system. Got an air chuck. Got our air chuck. That's how you add the air in. So actually, this system right here, I'm gonna show you guys underneath, and we're also gonna make sure that it's on. So there's a system underneath the truck that keeps the tires at 100 PSI, and you would never have a flat really. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have like if the tires are too low, it's gonna take it a long time to get it to 100 pounds of air pressure. But I'm gonna show you guys this system that's underneath the trailers. If you have this system, it's called an air filtration system, and it will keep the tires at 100 PSI. So if you got a nail in your tire, it'll keep constantly putting that air in so you won't catch it flat. And I think this is a great idea, man. They should have made this on cars. But the crazy part is that if you do not check the air pressure and it get below the threshold of it, it's gonna be hard for it to get it up to 100 PSI. That's the only thing to it. And also, you gotta make sure A lot of people that be working on these trailers, they do not put the turn the valve back on. So not only that, I'm gonna show you guys how to turn the valve on and what to check to make sure that it's on, so it's working for you on your trailer. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. Okay, we got a little bit more. We at 80. We at 80. Yeah, man, other than that, how everybody going tonight, man? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and check me out. We got some lit content, man. Lit content going on. We got all type of information going on, especially about tractor trailers. So make sure y'all check me out. Man, they said we supposed to get like a temperature supposed to be jumping very soon. What y'all think about that? Y'all ready for the winter? I ain't gonna lie, I know I am. I am ready for the winter. Who ready for the winter? $90, 10 more pounds, and we should be good. Tell me what you guys think about this system, man, where it'll keep the tires at 100 PSI. Hopefully we get Mad Monk in the building. What up, what up, what up, gang? What up, everybody? Y'all see what I'm doing? That's how you add tires to when they got this filtration system on here. Of course, if you're changing the tires, you got to take these off and to put them on the new rims if you're changing the rims. Okay, we are good right there. So we can actually, and you got to make sure when you put this inside this hole, you got to press it all the way in there. You guys do see it got O-rings right there. So sometimes the O-rings leak and you got to replace them. Yep, you just go like that and put that on there. You gotta see how that went, right? Let's check our inside. Inside we are at 90 pounds. We need to top it off. So honestly, this valve might not be on, guys. Might not be on at all. Because otherwise these tires would be at 100 PSI. It would be at 100. And we also gonna check our hub oil also. And I'm gonna show you guys where the line is to make sure you don't overfill your hub oil. And I'm gonna show you also where you add the hub oil at when they have the filtration system on it. They got a little Allen key on there that you take the Allen key off, and that's where you add the fluid in to your hubs. What we got? Richard Ortiz says, you're a mechanic. How old? Hold on, gang. Let me see what he said. Let me see what. Richard Ortiz said, you're a mechanic. How old is that? How old? You're a mechanic. How old is cars last? Cars last as long as you maintenance and prevent the maintenance. And we also got Verl said, I always wonder how to inflate these. Yeah, this what you do, guys. They got a tool that you take this off. Of course, you can use pliers, and you just screw it out. And then you see the end of it looks like a air nozzle. You just put your air chuck on there, or you can put your air nozzle on there to add air to it. But I'm gonna show you guys, if you guys stay on, I'm gonna show you guys where the air filtration system's at, that you can make sure that this valve is on, and it's designed to keep the tires at 100 PSI. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a flat, if you got a nail in your tire, it's going to keep pumping that air in there until it gets to 100 PSI, and then it's going to shut off, and then if it keeps going down, it's going to keep adding to it. It's kind of a good system, man. I wish they made it for cars. Wish they did. A lot of people wouldn't have blowouts and stuff, man. And also, so if you let this tire get below the threshold of where it's supposed to, I think the lowest that it'll start cutting on it is at like 70 psi. So if it gets underneath that, it takes a long time for it to air up, and it takes a while. It'll keep deflating the tanks, and it'll take a while for it to air up. Okay, we need a little bit more. We need a little bit more. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's a valve underneath. There's a little box, and it turns the air on the truck and keeps your tires full. Got a regulator on it and everything, man. Keeps it at 100 psi. Okay, Tim77 said the Trumper. Okay, gang, I see you. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Yeah, man. Yeah, they said the temperature is supposed to be dropping, man. What do you guys think about that, man? Who ready for the winter? Who are you voting for? Yes or no? It says Gemstone says heavy here from Jarrell. Hey, what's up, Gemstone? How you doing? Appreciate you, gang. Hold on, let me get you, as Jarrell say, let me get you a jacket. Hold on. Let me get you a jacket. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, Gemstone. Yeah, let me get Gemstone in there. Yeah. Shout out to Gemstone. Where you from, Gemstone? I love Jarrell's channel. He got people from everywhere. So you know he always talk to you guys and tell you how I'm a mechanic and I do all sorts of stuff. So I'm doing my live right now talking about this filtration system on these trailers. They got these airlines coming to the hub that you're allowed to. Is that a turbocharger? No, this is a filtration system on the hub that runs to a compressor underneath the truck that allows the truck to the tires to stay at 100 psi if the little pump is on. Yes. Shout out to Gemstone. This is what I do, gang. I'm a mechanic. And I give away free knowledge. So you guys see that now? We're at 100 psi. So let me show you how to put it back. Show you how to put it back in there. You see these rubber O-rings? You got rubber O-rings. So you wanna put it in there. Want to kind of push it in a little bit, and then you got to turn at the same time. You do not want to cross thread this. See how I couldn't get it on there? Yeah, see now it's going on. So you got to push in and turn at the same time. And then also you want to get you some little pliers. They do have a tool to do this, but I always use top pliers. And you just snug it. This thing does not have to be real tight. And you just tighten it down like that. And then also I'm gonna show you guys how to check the hub oil. Now I'm gonna have you guys, you're gonna be like doing real preventive maintenance on trailers. So guys, show you guys something. A lot of people think that this hub's supposed to be all the way filled up to the top, right? So you see those two lines, one that says add, one says fill. So the second line is where your hub oil should be. So right here, you guys see how it's dark right there? So that tells you that the hub oil is full. Let's go in the comments. What it say? Gemstone says on a truck. No, this is a trailer. A tractor trailer. So now we can put on our paperwork. So this is first axle right side, in and out. We had 70, 70, and 90. So next guys, I dropped my gauge. So next I'm gonna show you guys how to check the tread depth on the tires. And as I said before, I always say that you want to, let me raise you guys up. Raise you guys up so you can see what I'm talking about. Go up a little bit more. So, we're gonna check the tread depth on the tires. This is our tread depth gauge here. And what you have to do is you stick it in between the groove of the tire and you get your reading. What you want to do is you want to go around the tire at least 3 times so you can make sure you get a correct reading, and you want to go with the lowest. So right there we have a 11. 11. You guys watch as the numbers change. So right there we got a 14. So right there we have a 13. So we got to go with the 11. So the outside tread depth is an 11. Let me go ahead and document that. So we on outside. So we put 11, 32 seconds. So now, let me move you guys over here. So now, are we on there? Yeah. So now, like I said, and these 2 tires got to be within 4. So on this one, first one we got is a 16. So we're gonna go here. What do we got? 16. Here, what do we got? Got a 16. So we have 11 and 16. Yeah, 16. Just gotta make sure on my paperwork that I'm not putting it in the wrong spot. Because we do have a first axle, second axle, and on this truck we don't have a 6th axle. Can't wait to get you guys on one of those. Do you guys know it takes almost all day, a couple hours, to check all the tires and tread gauge on the 6th axle trailer? So you know now we're on number, let's get you over here so you guys can see. Right here, let me move this out of the way. Let me move my stand over here. Yeah, 6th axle trailer, guys. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. So you got 6 axles, and that's 2 tires per axle. You guys do the math on that one. Gemstone said, gotcha. Damn, the truck doesn't have to stop for low tires on the trailer. He said, man, the truck doesn't have to stop. Actually, man, you want them to, you want to check your tires. You don't want to get a DOT violation for having the tread too low on your tires. It's a problem. So, you guys see, we are back to these. You gotta take them off. So first you get your pliers. Get your pliers and twist them off. So we will see if the system is on and working. If we get one of these tires is at 100 PSI, that of course means it's working. If it's under 100 PSI all the way around, it's a possibility that the pump is not on. And you already know, we talk about this a lot. Drivers sometimes they skip the pre-trip on the. So the whole point of doing this, when a driver hooks to a trailer, they got to do is what you call a pre-trip, and what that is consists of checking the tire pressure. They also check these little indicators right here to make sure they all are facing the same way. If they are any type of crooked, that tells them that the lug nuts are loose. But a lot of drivers do not take one of these and check their tires. What they do is they come and kick the tires. And they assume that kicking the tires, that it's whatever sound they supposedly think. How can by you kicking the tire know how many pounds of air pressure in your tire? So that's where a lot of tire issues come through on a trailer, and also a tractor's a lack of pre-trip. So y'all see that one is at 80. They're both at 80. So let me get my notepad. So now we are on second axle, right side, and we are at 80 psi. Pushing up to 80, and we're gonna put 80. So what I do is, guys, a lot of people that's doing these inspections, what they would do is they would go all the way around the whole truck, check the tires and the gauge on the tires, mic the tires, and then come back and put air in all the tires. So what I do is each axle, each wheel, I add the air and also put everything back so I don't have to go back and redo that all over again. This makes more sense to me since you're already here. Let's go ahead and add the air and then mic your tires and then go on to the next situation. Instead of keep going back and forth all the way around and around and around and around. Michael Brown, what up? What up, bro? I'm voting yes. If yes means Trump, but I'm from Australia, so I can't vote. Oh man, how come you can't vote in Australia? Why not? Oh, I guess, yeah. How come you can't vote in Australia? Never heard of nothing like that, gang. Michael Brown, why you can't vote if you live in Australia? Oh, it's a different country, I believe. I thought I don't know. Show you how much I know about political stuff. Michael Brown says, I can't vote, just not for Trump. I can vote, but just not for Trump. Okay. Shout out to Michael Brown, man. Appreciate you tapping in, gang. We got Australia in the building. As they say, good day, mate. Hey, Michael Brown, one of my favorite movies, man, of all times is Crocodile Dundee. That guy was a beast. Man, today I had to cut some trees down. Lucky I had a helper. Some trees I've been neglecting. Michael Brown says, thanks, brother. Good day. Yeah, man. Great movie. Yes, sir. I like the bar scene in the movie, too. When he went to the bar, and the guys was talking that, hey man, Crocodile, you couldn't mess around with him, man. He'll put Crocodile Dundee, he'll put them hands on you. He'll put them paws on you real quick. And then you just put that on like before, snug it down, come back with the pliers and tighten it up. So y'all know we were 80 PSI on this one. We're gonna get it to 80. Let me see who we got. There this thing on up. I wish they had one of them. I used to have a air pressure gauge that you can put on all the tires. That had you do one axle at a time, and you put it both on, and you set it at 100 psi, and then once it's done, it beeps, and you go on to the next. Thought that was pretty cool because while you're doing that, you can be also doing other things on the trailer or tractor. What you guys got planned for the weekend? You know, you got about an hour till it's Friday. Friday. Man, I was on this guy live earlier this morning. I like him because he's like a hype man in the morning. He got a lit channel. It's kind of like an alarm clock. So, you know, today I was like, you know what, I'll bless him and give him a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? So I did that, and I guess the Cash App, he had to approve it. So in the middle of the live, you know, I texted him because I had sent it to. I was like, hey, brother, I sent you, you know what I'm saying, a little something, something. And the dude, like, went off, like, you ain't seen me nothing. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. I was like, wow. So, you know, once you send somebody something on Cash App, you can't go back and retrieve it, really. You know what I'm saying? So I went on there, called Cash App, was trying to figure out what happened. And I guess the guy has it set up where he has to approve it. And I'm like, man, I was like, he got real, you know what I'm saying, ugly on live. Like, I understand, like, you get a bunch of people trolling and playing on your live, but I had texted him, like, bro, for real, I looked out for you. So we're going to see this morning when he goes on to see if he says thank you or something like that, man, which he probably ain't. You know what I'm saying? I just thought, you know what I'm saying, the dude is real cool. They're just like, I'm pretty sure one day somebody's going to like what I'm talking about on my channel, and you know what I'm saying? And you know, people look out, it normally be like $2 or something, whatever they decide to give you. You know what I'm saying? But I end up giving the guy, I sent him $10. You know what I'm saying? Because what happened was, first I sent him 2, and it didn't go through, so I sent it again. Then he was like, and I knew it was him. So then I was like, you know what, screw it. I sent him $10. I just like his channel in the morning. It's kind of cool to have that much energy in the morning. He has like, his energy in the morning is like crazy. It's like turned up. And when he does that, it kind of helps me get through my morning because I'm listening to him, and he's actually kind of funny. He's a funny dude. To have natural, he's naturally funny. Thought he was pretty cool, so you know what I'm saying? I looked out for him this morning. He says, people need to be humble. Yeah, they do, man. I know I'm a humble person, man. I try to, I'm the same. If you guys watch my live, I'm the same. I still read everybody's comments. You know what I'm saying? If they too vulgar or whatever, if you got some questions, I answer them. Yeah, man, that dude kind of had me on my, I was like, man, I was looking out for him, man, trying to help him. And then of course, he go live letter, yeah, like, I don't really need you guys' money. Well, if you don't need the money, then why did you accept it? And why do you request somebody to look out for you on Cash App on your channel? Why do you ask for donations if you don't need the money? And I already know how, especially about filming on YouTube, man, it's kind of crazy that, you know what I'm saying, especially me, I do a lot of car shows and stuff. So it costs money to go to these car shows to get content to bring to your channel and stuff like that. You got to pay gas. You got to pay to park your car. You got to do a whole bunch of stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it gets expensive, and it will be nice sometimes to have, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, just like money just to do that that, you know, it doesn't come out of your pocket, that it comes from your channel, because actually you are doing stuff to promote your channel and to keep, you know what I'm saying, people watching your channel. So it takes money to do that, to go out there and make that content. Because I know, like I said, I go to car shows a lot, and I do all type of stuff to bring the content to my channel, and it costs. It really does. Like last summer, I went to an event with Dunkmaster when they were racing. That cost. You know, I went all the way to what was it? Almost to Wisconsin. You know, that stuff costs to do that, man. It takes time out of your day, time away from your family. You got to eat when you get over there. So it does cost. You know what I'm saying? But it will be nice to have, you know what I'm saying, I guess what you would call petty cash, just to do those type of things, because you still want to keep bringing that content to your channel. So we're going to go to the other side. We're going to go to the other side. And then we just go underneath the trailer. We're going underneath the trailer. See, guys, there's that valve I was telling you about, that filtration system that adds air to your tires. When I get done, you see, oh, it's 110 psi. You see that? It keeps your tires at 110 psi. Once I check my tires over here, we are gonna go underneath, and I'm going to show you how it works. But first, I gotta check these tires over here and see what we're looking like, and then we're gonna go underneath, and then I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys how it works. What we got? That's a cool system. Yeah, the same thing what I said, Michael Brown. That we had this on our cars. Imagine you had this on your car, you got a nail in your tire, it's to save your sidewall. You know what I'm saying? So long as it's not like a huge cut where you got like extensive amount of air coming out, it's going to work and keep airing up your tires. And of course, it seems to be really easy to hook up too. Like, all these things do is turn over your valve stems. It goes over your valve stems, and I guess it regulates the pressure, and you will of course have to have a tank, an air tank, which that's not hard to do. And I guess you gotta have, you know, a power in the ground situation to get power to it, so it can work and read, and make sure you have an air tank. I think I can probably put this on one of my vehicles. Put this system on there, guys. I think it'll work. So here's our inner tire. Our inner tire is at 90, so it is actually working because it is on. Only thing is that these drivers are not checking their tires, so it is not the proper amount of air pressure in the tires. Add this thing up. Let's add that air to it. After this one, I got the first axle to do, and then we can go underneath the trailer and I can show you guys how it works. Get my flashlight, and we will actually see how everything works. It's kind of a cool system, if you ask me. I think they got better technology on trailers than they do the trucks. That's why, like, if you have a tractor hooked up to a trailer and you have an airline leak, that's why your tractor always like, oh, I think my compressor's bad, or I think I got an air leak. It actually could be the trailer that's leaking air, because it's all hooked up together. My car has that on my rear shocks for weight. Yep, you probably got a Cadillac or something. You got a Cadillac or a Denali? What kind of truck you got? I know Cadillac has it. I know Denali has it. And I also know that the Lincoln has it. I have a Lincoln Town car, and they had it on there. What kind of car you got? Who was that? Varel? What kind of car you got that has the system on the shocks? I know it either got to be a Cadillac, a Denali, or a Lincoln. What you got, gang? Michael V says, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Hold on. Michael Brown says, thanks, man. It's been fun learning. I have to go to guys with me now and catch up with you later, brother. Peace out, Michael Brown. '05 Bonneville GP. Yeah. You got a V8 in that thing? What size motor you got in there, Varel? You got a V8? What size motor you got? I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Well, I can do what I'm doing and talk to you guys at the same time. What size motor you got, bro? Got supercharged V6 3.8 liter, or you got that big motor in there? You got one with the 505. It might have a 4.6. I ain't never heard of a Grand Prix having a 4.6 liter, especially a Bonneville. I heard of a 3.8. 4.6 is normally in a Ford. Yeah, Michael Varel, I think you got the wrong engine size, gang. Grand Prix doesn't make a 4.6 liter inside of a '05 Grand Prix. You're either gonna have a 3800, which is a 3.8 liter, or a 3.8 supercharged, or it's a possibility that you could have a North Star engine in there, V8. Yeah, bro, I think you got the wrong engine size, gang. Took a lot of Bonnevilles apart. I never seen one with a 4.6 liter. Oh, okay, a North Star. Okay, I got you. See, I know my cars, man. I'm like, a 4.6 liter, that's not sitting there. Yeah, you got that North Star thing in there, man. A lot of y'all, you have to change the starter yet, for real? The starter is underneath the intake. Ain't that crazy? I mean, one time I had a dude, he was like, yeah, he had a North Star engine. He was like, man, my starter went out. And they couldn't find it, so they paid me to come over and show him. I said, man, you know your starter's underneath the intake. He didn't believe me. Not yet, but it's starting to trip sometimes. Do you got any oil leaks? You got any oil leaks around your valve covers? If you got oil leaks around your valve covers, that's what's starting to make it go bad, because that oil is seeping down in the intake. It's like a valley in there, and that starter is sitting in the oil, and that can cause it to do it if you got an oil leak. You got an oil leak? I told you I know them cars, gang. Yeah, that's one thing that'll cause it. That oil was seeping down there in that valley. I worked on a lot of cars in my time, gang. My next mission. Oh, okay. Normally, if I was you, I just wait till it go out, and you know what I'm saying, and do all of it at one time. So you'll have a new intake gasket, new valve cover gasket. You know what I'm saying? It's actually easier. Because if you do the starter first, you're still going to have oil going in there if you haven't did the valve covers. How difficult is it to change? How difficult is it to change a stuck lifter? So actually a stuck lifter, gang, if I were you, what you can do is, what kind of car is it? What kind of car is it? If I'm saying your name right. You gotta tell me what kind of car it is, gang. A '05 Tahoe. So what you could do is, I don't know. No, '05. '05 got the. You're not going to be able to do it on the '05 because the coil packs is on top of the motor. If you had an older style engine, you can remove the valve cover and adjust them. I'm not sure how your coils sit on that motor. I can't think right now. Do we got a you got a 5.3 in there? Normally Tahoes come with a 5.3. Yeah, 2005. Yeah, you got a 5.3 in your Tahoe. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that one's gonna be like a little hassle to do it. That's why I like them older cars, man. So you can try some mystery oil in there, Dumont, and what happens is it will free the valve up, or you can drain all the oil out and fill it up, fill your motor up with transmission fluid, and let it run for a while. And what happens is you probably got a lot of debris around that lifter to make it stuck, and it's a chance it might free up. I don't know if you ever heard about that. You put transmission fluid in there, drain all your oil out, or you can drain out just maybe a couple quarts and put transmission fluid in there. Transmission fluid is like a detergent, so it's going to clean it. It'll clean those walls out and your lifters around your lifters. That's like an old school trick. Cause I got a Denali. I got an '08 Denali with a 6.2 in it. Driving one of those and driving a Tahoe, it sounds dangerous. No, that's not dangerous, gang. You just take out, if you want to, you could just go underneath your car and drain out, just count to 15 seconds while you're draining your oil and put the drain plug back. See how much oil that you have, which it should be down maybe 2 quarts. Top it off with transmission fluid and let it run for about 15 minutes. And what it is going to clean out your cylinder walls and your lifters and everything. And then you just drain all it out, put your new oil filter and some new oil in there. So also too, Dumont, in my Denali, I don't know if you heard, I run Rotella 1540 in my Denali, which is diesel oil. Diesel oil is also a detergent too, and if you look it up, even Dunkmaster, all these guys that's racing with these LS motors in their car, they're running 1540 Rotella oil. You know, in the morning when you get up in your truck and you start it up and you hear that little tap, 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 tap. Well, if you put that Rotella oil in there, it's not going to do that in the morning. I've been having that in my Denali for over at least over 8 years in my 2008 Denali, and I got a 6.2 in mine. Yeah, I put that Rotella 1540 in there, and it stopped that lifter tap, takes it away. Yeah, you can even look that up, man. Go on Google. And Google a lot of people that have racing engines with LS motors in it. They run that 1540 Rotella, man. I've been using it for years. My uncle has a Z71 Tahoe, and he runs the same thing in there, and it takes that tap away, which I hate it, man. It'll make your car sound like it got something wrong with it early in the morning, make you feel all embarrassed. You start your car up at work and some of your friends around, and they're like, man, your car is low on oil. And then once it warms up, it goes away. Yeah, you can put that Rotella in there, man, and you won't even hear it. It's actually better for the engine. Because, you know, so Rotella going to keep the engine cool. And that's one of the biggest things, especially having a car that got aluminum heads on it. You want to keep your motor as cool as possible. So where is my... All right. Yeah, you want to keep that engine cool as possible. I bet you if you try it, Dumont, and then drain your oil. Matter of fact, you don't even have to, don't put no transmission fluid in there. Just drain all your oil out and put some Rotella 1540 and send me a message on my on one of my videos and tell me how it worked for you, which I know is going to work. You're going to be amazed how that sound doesn't do that anymore, because that's a common thing that they do. Because when them 5.3s turn off, all the oil goes back down. It's like the engine is not lubricated no more. So that oil has to go all the way up and prime itself again. So that's what caused it the lifter tap. Okay, so now we have, let's see, left side, second axle. We had 70, 80. So now we just gotta check our tread depth on the tires. First tire we got, if you guys stay on, man, I'm gonna show you how this system works. I just need to check these tread depths on these tires. Got one more axle to do. So the lowest is gonna be 10 on the outer, 10 on the outer, and we should have, where we at? Got 12. So we have 11 on the inner tire. 11. All right. So now we can move on to the front axle. We can move on to the front axle. Front axle. I would say the most thing that would suck on doing an inspection on the trailer is that you got to check the tire pressure. That's the most boringest part ever. Checking the tire pressure. It's so tedious. It takes a little time. So we're gonna check our tread depth first. So on the outer we have 7. Where's my pen? There we go. So on the outer we have 7. On the inner we have inner we have 11. So now that we got that out the way, now I just check the tire pressure real quick, and we can go underneath the trailer and have some fun. We got big support group in the building. What up, gang? Got big support group in the building. Man, I should have vlogged earlier, big support group, man. I had to cut some trees down, man. It was a little fun. But the only thing wasn't fun about it was when I got done cutting the trees down, I, of course, had to disposal of the trees and clean it all up. That was the sucky part. Lucky I had a partner. Had my business partner with me, and he had to, his job was to put the trees and dispose of them. Yeah, I went crazy with the chainsaw today, gang. Chainsaw and the tree trimmer. Went all the way crazy. And I'll tell you one thing though, I wasn't in the goodest of mood this morning, but cutting down trees made me feel better. I would say that. I would just recommend not cutting down no tree when you're angry, because you're gonna cut down a lot of trees, and like I said, you gotta dispose of those trees. You might have to chop them down. Maybe have somebody like I did to come pick them up. Need a fireplace. I do have a fireplace. It's just too hot to burn it. I also had a fire pit too. But what happened was I've been neglecting my fire pit so much that a tree that I cut inside the fire pit, it actually grew back. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow, is I'm gonna cut that tree down in my fire pit so I can have my bonfires again. Yeah, I don't know if you remember watching my early videos with the crump snatchers. when Lady X and all of them used to come over to the house, I used to light a bonfire and my dry up the wood first. Yeah, I got dry wood already. Yep, I used to light that bonfire up. Yeah, I think I'm go ahead and get it back going. Yeah, I think tomorrow that's gonna be my next thing I do, is cut down this big old tree that I have that's messing up my fire pit. Just wasn't into it this summer, man. Normally I have like cookouts, all type of stuff. Wasn't really into doing yard work and had the yard ready this year. Lost a lot of family members during the end of the winter and the beginning of the summer, so I wasn't really in the mood to, doing any yard work and having any people over and stuff like that. But now I'm kind of in the mood, so the yard definitely ain't looking right, so I'm gonna get that together. At least so next summer I won't have a lot of work to do. My son's birthday is coming up, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna want a crumb snatcher party, so I'm gonna have to cut some trees down so we can have a bouncy house outside. I don't know if you remember that video, big support group when my son had all those power wheels outside. I think it was last year. I pulled out about at least 50 power wheels, and the kids had a ball. Power wheel, bouncy house. All the kids was having races. It was kind of cool. So I think probably gonna do the same thing this year, but I got to get the yard together. Yep. So what everybody got going on, man? What y'all got going on? What y'all working on? I know they said it's supposed to be a storm coming, a storm or a cold front. I don't believe the weatherman until it happened. Y'all heard something about that? That the temperature's supposed to change dramatically? Yes, big party. They never forget about that party. Yeah, he definitely don't forget. I mean, I enjoyed myself too, man. It was kind of funny to see all them little kids outside racing, and all I can tell you is they parents are extremely happy because they slept real good that night. All the kids that stayed over at my house, they were sleeping with smiles on their face. Because we got to get King over. King, I haven't seen King in a while. That's Stunner's son, this Lady X's son. Him and Duke are like best friends. Yeah, we got to get Millie over. So we probably going to have a nice little get together. Bring all the crumb snatchers. Bring all the crumb snatchers back together. They ain't seen each other in a while. Have a little crumb snatcher reunion. See how big they done got. Yeah, Reese's daughter, yep. I seen Millie, but I gotta get her to the house, man, because she got another custom car in my house. It's already feeling like the end of the September, and yeah, it is. So I've been watching, leaves is falling already. I watch the trees, man. The trees is what tell me when winter is coming. Man, the color of the trees is changing, the leaves are changing, and they're also starting to fall already. Yeah, man. I hope we get a winter this year that got a lot of snow. Ben turned fast. Yeah, you're definitely right. Yeah, I hope we get a lot of snow this winter, so I can play in that snow. I gotta go take my truck to one stop muffler and let them go through my whole suspension, to align everything and check everything out. Cause by me carrying all that stuff in the back for my detail, And what I do with the plow, it kind of takes a lot of wear on my front end, so I get that all checked out and be ready to put my plow on. So we can get out there and be a master of our abilities. We need the Great Lake to freeze up. Yeah, because I rather, if I had a choice, rather to have it hot or cold, I'd rather have it cold. I'd rather be cold than hot. I hate sweating. And I hate the bugs when it be hot outside. When it's cold, there ain't no bugs. Ain't no mosquitoes and none of that. So that's one of my favorite parts of the winter. Ain't no bugs outside. Plus, you know, too, cold weather kills germs. So, all right, we can put this one back. I'm hoping we have a stunner jam before the. I'm hoping we have stunner jam, man. I don't know yet. I don't know if he's still looking for a location or if he gave up. So we still need to have a stunner jam. Close out the year. Stunner jam always one of the last car shows to close the year out. Either stunner jam or have some more rooftops. If those crazy dudes, man, that's the crazy part is, man, you got people, you know, they do all this stuff, man, to have car shows and all that type of stuff, man. And these dudes tear up properties just so they can get a name for themselves. Like even at our car show, Bach Chevy Wars, man, you don't know what the reason why I just got my voice back. I was telling so many people, don't burn rubber, don't do this, don't speed through the parking lot, don't do this. Man, that guy where we had that show, he probably never gonna allow us to have a show there ever again. Cause people just act so crazy, man. They just, I don't know, man. I don't understand. Like they need to go back to where it was like in 2000 when people was having car shows and stuff. They wasn't burning rubber all in the parking lot, tearing people's property up. You know what I'm saying? Leaving garbage all in the parking lot. That stuff was crazy, man. What happened to the place in Gary? Big place. Yeah, big support group. They tore the parking lot up. They was burning rubber, all type of stuff in there. Dumped a bunch of garbage. The owner of the place came out, was arguing with people because they was burning rubber. The police was trying to stop them. It was crazy, man. It's like these young dudes don't have no respect. And they're probably not going to ever respect nothing until they got a lot of something like that and they rent it out to somebody to have a car show. It's actually dangerous, man. You got kids walking around. You got older people walking around. You got families out there trying to have a nice time, look at cars and communicate and talk to people. And you got these young dudes that just come and they burn rubber and stuff all in the parking lot. It's kind of dangerous. And then you take those same guys to the track and they not doing no burning rubber at the track. They not racing their car in the track. I don't understand that part. Yeah, that place was crazy, man. When all them cars came, and then, you know, it was kind of cool. It took one person to burn rubber, and it killed the whole party. Everybody was burning rubber. And then the crazy part is that show, I was working so much, having people to park their cars and keep it from burning rubber. I didn't get the chance to go over to the other parking lot and see what kind of cars they had, because they had one side that had all box Chevys, and the other side had all the rest of the cars over there, any other model cars. And that place was actually a good location. They actually had a club in there. So We had an indoor bathroom, which was to me was very cool. It had a bar inside of it, and it was also air conditioning, and they also had a skate ring inside. Man, that place was real cool. But of course, none of that stuff was open, and I'm glad it wasn't, because people would have been acting the fool in there. They wouldn't have known. That's the crazy part. You do all this stuff to try to bring, you know what I'm saying, a good time for people, and they don't know how to act. But overall, it was a nice show, man. It got to me when everybody started burning rubber and stuff, man. They had kids out there, and they don't know when you start burning rubber in the parking lot, that's what creates potholes right there. Because you're actually burning your tires into the concrete that's asphalt that they probably been patching for years and years and years, and now you're going to dig holes in it. All right, y'all, so now we can actually go check out that air filtration system right there. Let me get my flashlight. Let me get a creeper, and we're gonna go underneath, and we still have to check our brakes. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that again, and we're going to talk about that air filtration system. We're gonna check our airbags, and we also gonna lube it up. We're gonna check the brake chambers. What else we gonna check? Brake chambers, airbags. We're gonna check our bushings and all that type of stuff. So y'all bear with me and hold on. I'll go ahead and put you guys underneath so you guys can start checking it out. So that's what we're gonna be talking about right there. That system right there. So that's what airs the trailer up when it hooks up if the tire pressure is low, and it's regulated to 110 psi. Where's the creeper? Gotta find the Cadillac creeper. Where did they put it? Where is it? I know one thing I'm probably gonna do this weekend, go for myself. By me being tall and me I guess getting a little older and stuff, I'm gonna go try to find me a creeper with like some cushion on it. Some very, very good cushion. Because it definitely can start hurting your back after a while. So we're gonna turn our light on. Y'all see that? Can't hold it up right there because Can y'all see that? Can y'all see the air filtration system now? I'll let you guys see. Excuse me. Excuse my hand. Let you guys go up some and see it. You guys see that? See how it's regulated to 110? 110 PSI. So, you guys see that valve right there? So if that valve was up, that'd mean that the system is closed. By being down, that means that it's open and it's going to fill up the air if it gets low. So that's what it looks like right there, guys. And you see all the lines? All the lines going to it. It splits from the air tank, of course. The air tank is what fills it up, and it separates it. That goes from tire to tire, and that's how that air filtration system works right there. From that little bitty box right there, and as you see, it don't have any wires going to it to give it power. It just works off air, and it has a regulator in it. You don't see any wires going to it. Yeah. So now we're going to go on our second axle. We are going to check our brakes. Let's check our brakes. Check for leaks. Oh, you guys can see the axle real good up in there now. You guys see that hub in there? I'm gonna point it out to you guys in 1 second. Let me get a little closer so you can see what I'm talking about. You see in there with those rings right there? So that's your hub that you want to be checking. Mad Monk. Yes, sir. What up, gang? Shout out to Mad Monk. I was just showing them how that air system worked, man. I got one right now with the air filtration system that I was explaining to them how it airs up the tires. Shout out to Mad Monk, man. If y'all don't know, Mad Monk is a master of his abilities, man. Yeah. I like to go in Mad Monk garage and see what kind of tools he got in his garage. Mad Monk probably got that you dig in there. So we're gonna, so we got 26 on the left, second axle. Mad Monk probably got them tools in there. Yep. Shout out to Mad Monk, man. Mad Monk is a everybody say what's up to Mad Monk. Mad Monk in the building, man. Okay, our drums looking good. Turn around over there. Like they just changed the brakes. Wait a second. Look like they just changed the brakes over there. New brakes. And our wheel seal is not leaking. Mad Monk said he got a few tools. I think you got more than a few, gang. I think you got that situation in the garage. We could really play Bob the Builder in your garage. Okay, let's see what we working with. And then after I check this, we can ask some questions. So yeah, these are both changed. So these both are at 26. So we got 26 on the second axle. Second axle, right side. Yeah, this trailer, whole lot of work's been done on it already. You can tell. Pretty sure you guys can tell. Mad Monk, not too many. I'm just being humble. I know you are, gang. Mad Monk probably got big old snap-on boxes and stuff. So y'all see we got new shocks. We also got new bags back there. And also over here, my eyes, over here, we got a new shock. We got new airbags. Our leveling valve rod is not broken. Like the one last night we had, it was broken. And that's what made those shocks go bad. Yeah, this one looking all right. So now we can have a little conversation. And let's see what everybody talking about tonight. Let's see. Let's go to these comments. Let's go to the comments. What we got in the comments? We got some Mad Monk. Yeah, Mad Monk. Y'all in the comments, man. If y'all have any questions, man, let's get to it. Who ready for winter? Who's ready for winter? And also, look at, showed you guys how to check those brake chambers. Remember? You hit them, you don't hear no clinging sound in there. So that tells you that the spring is not damaged inside. I can honestly say I have just a few snap-on tools. A 1/4-inch air ratchet from Blue Point. Yeah, I like Blue Point. Blue Point is snap-on. What was your measuring? Pat Jones on the brakes. So our brake liner our shoes was at 26, and the brake shoes are brand new. So like I said, I was explaining to everybody else in the chat, is that it seems that as though this trailer has had a lot of work on it done, and sometimes that happens. As you can see, we have new airbags, we have new shoes, and we also looks like we got new brake chambers, because I'm looking at the adjustment rod in the back and it looks brand new. Got big support group says people start hire you as the snow removal in their driveway. Yeah, they need to go ahead and book their appointment now. Yes, sir. But what I do in the wintertime, big support group, I do a lot of churches. I love doing churches because they actually appreciate you more. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They're not going to like down talk you on your price. I love doing churches. And, you know, it's also a good blessing to start. They pray for you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like doing churches. Love doing churches. So I do a lot of churches. Pat Jones says, Big 10 to 4, gotta keep those brakes properly adjusted. Yes, sir, you're definitely right. Always gotta keep them adjusted. Pat Jones says, laugh out loud. That says, I had churches for dinner. Man, it ain't no churches no more around where I'm at. It's barely a Popeyes. Popeyes chicken. Where you at, gang? Where you got a lot of churches around you, Pat Jones? See what Pat Jones area he at. That he got a lot of churches chicken around. Probably in St. Louis somewhere. Indianapolis. I know Indianapolis got a lot of churches chicken. I got one here in Georgia. Yeah, shout out to Mad Monk. Hey, Pat Jones said here in California, man, go get you some Goldenberg. Pat Jones, you know something about Goldenberg? And another place I like to go get some chicken from in California is El Pollo Loco. Yeah. Hey, Pat Jones, if you go to a Fat Burger in L.A., I got my picture in there. I ate that big burger. I got my picture on the wall in there. They gave me at Fat Boys. Man, if I was Pat Jones right now, if I was in Cali, I'd go find me a pastrami sandwich. Man, go to Bobo's and get you a pastrami sandwich. Yeah, I wish I could have me a pastrami sandwich. And it's different out here in Chicago. They don't got pastrami. They got corned beef sandwich. Uh, it's fish and chicken. Oh, okay. Do you like Reuben's? Yeah, I like Reuben sandwiches. James Magnus said Trump. Shout out to Trump. Yeah, I like the big Reuben sandwich. Turn off some of this light. There we go. Man, the guy earlier. Hey, you guys remember that trailer I was working on last night that needed those 4 shocks? You won't believe what somebody did to it today. Y'all take a wild guess what they did. Just know that the trailer's down and it's not working right now. You guys won't believe what they did to that trailer. One person. You guys want to know what he did to the trailer and screwed it up? The cousin to the Reuben is a pastrami sandwich with coleslaw on top. I don't like coleslaw on top of mine. I like my pastrami sandwich with a little mustard and some pickles on it. Yeah, the one I fixed last night. You remember I was on there before and I was heating up boats to get the stuff off? Where this guy actually, you see this boat right here, guys? He actually torched the head off this boat, which this boat threads up into the frame in here. And I was like, why? So now they got to drill the boat out. It's a whole bunch of work they got to do now. Just because of we're going to say, one guy with superpowers, he decided to torch the boat off. Pat Jones says overloaded one side and ran into something. Mustard pickles means you would like a club sandwich, a Cuban sandwich. I never had a Cuban sandwich. What's on the Cuban sandwich? He fired? No, big support group, they ain't fire him. But the trailer broke right now, and it's gonna cost it's gonna take some time to get that boat out. But if I had to get it out, depending on that he didn't cut the boat flesh to this, if he has some sticking out, you can heat this part up real hot and put some vice grips around it and take it off. Was he a white dude? No, he was Mexican. We call him Torch. Mexican guy. He cuts everything off with a torch. Mad Monk says ham, mustard, and pickles. Okay, yeah, I could dig that. Ham, mustard, and pickles. Pat Jones say, liquid sunrise does it every time. Yes, you're definitely right. But a lot of times we don't have that stuff on hand, guys. We gotta use a torch. You know what I'm saying? There's some vice grips. Do, 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 do. So, man, what y'all got planned for the weekend? I know what I got to do tomorrow. I'm going to pull that Packard out the garage. That Cadillac Creeper getting to. Yeah. I'm going to get to that Cadillac Creeper so I can get comfortable with that too. And I'm going to pull that Packard out and I got to clean it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Mad Monk, some of his ideas he used yesterday, telling me I got to have my buddy come tow it out the garage so I can wash it real good. We're going to wash it, we're going to wax it, and we're going to polish it, air up the tires, and put it back in the garage. Hopefully I'll sell it soon so I can have my room in my garage so I can paint my car over the winter. Hey, I'm definitely gonna make me a Cadillac Creeper. I think I got an idea how I'm gonna do it too. I'm going to go get me a nice long creeper, and then I'm going to go to Walmart and get some of that nice pillow foam. I'm gonna get me some spray adhesive. I'm going to spray it. I'm gonna put some leather on top of it and staple it to the creeper. I got an idea how I'm gonna do it. It says Roy. Roy never says. Roy never said name of old Chevy at the car shows. Let's see, what did these big support group say? Roy never said name of old Chevy at the car show. What old Chevy is you talking about at the car show? Big support group? What Chevy you talking about? What you talking about, big support group? Yeah, I just think I just figured out how I'm gonna make my Cadillac Creeper. Oh man, it's gonna feel so. Look at Nova. Oh, okay, yeah, I like the Novas. Was it a Nova at the car show? No, it wasn't a Nova. It was a Nova at the cruise night that I went with Catfish. It was an old 70s Nova, a white one. Yeah, it was a nice white Nova there. Yeah, it was. Yep, it looks like a what year Chevy that is? It looks like a dang, what is it? No, it looked like a Nova, but it was actually a Oldsmobile big support group. That's what it was. No, it wasn't a Nova. It looks like a Nova, but it was an Oldsmobile. My aunt got a 56 Packard with push button transmission. Wow, Pat Jones. Yeah, I got a 49. I like to see that. I never seen one with a push button a Bel Air. A Bel Air is a Chevy. Packard don't make a Bel Air. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that Packard out tomorrow, air the tires up, clean it up real good. The interior's already clean. It don't need no touching on that. It just need the outside done. I did one side of it last year and buffed it out, and I didn't do the other side because I have so much stuff in the garage that I couldn't get on the other side of it. Well, today I actually cleaned my garage, and now I can walk around it. Pat Jones says seven. What's the seven for, Pat Jones? What's the seven for, gang? Are you ready for some football? Type zero. What's the type zero, Pat Jones? What you talking about, gang? What you talking about, Willis? A Bel Air and a Packard is kind of similar. No, they're not. Uh, a Bel Air, no, the body style is completely different. Different frames. Yeah, that's a different. The Packard is a different monster than the Bel Air. A Bel Air would be more, depending on what you're talking about, a 56 Bel Air or what. It's kind of like a muscle car, and a Packard is luxury. Oh, okay. Pat Jones said he had a typo. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. Pat Jones says true. TRU. Oh. And I'm gonna make sure when I build my custom creeper, I'm not gonna leave it laying around the shop for people to put grease all on it. It don't matter. Just give me a box Chevy. I'm actually going tomorrow to go look at another box Chevy. I might pick up a two-door Impala with the funny back window. We got the slant back window. I'm not sure if they consider that as an aero coupe or what. Monk. What you say, gang? Hold on. What's this reacting? Okay, let me see. I'm not gonna put Mad Monk in no timeout. They won't let me read it. Pat Jones say 3-piece. It don't matter. Just give me on some 3-piece wheels. Yes, sir. We got Pat Jones says that real coupe has a 3-split window in the back. Yes, it does. And when I tell you that thing clean, it is clean, clean, clean. It do got a little dent on the driver fender, but the guy says he has it in the trunk. What? Wait, big dog. Don't let that man catch you. Ain't no man. I'm the man. I'm the man right here. Cool G say Trump. Shout out to Trump. Let me see what Mad Monk did on this message. Oh, let me read it. Man, I got a taste for some Skittles right now, man. Some red Skittles. And it says cool. The three-piece windows, yes. What else we got? What else we got? man, I know y'all tired of seeing me doing my little inspection on this trailer. And if I get one that got a lot of situation on it, I'm gonna bring y'all back in. And y'all know what we do. We go live every night. And on the saying, like Uncle Catfish say, if you know somebody that you didn't, you know what I'm saying, you're not getting along with, life is too short, man. Go ahead and apologize. And make sure y'all keep tapping in. Make sure. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, go check me out. And I'm out of here. Let's get it.